They will have seen it, backlit and staged on a computer screen, most likely with a fondled memory of rewind, pause, play, repeat, buttons recalling those coiled black strip shows from the insides of square VHS cassettes for their entertainment. It will not likely have come as a revelation. It will not likely squirm under their tongue like an unutterable spell that will re-question the very nature of their sense of self. There is no sense of transferable weight, no familiar measuring increments between us. Expecting a reward for celebrating a kind of knowledge that is alien or terrifying to the very structure of capitalism, of society, the one that pays them, the one that comforts them, that rewards them, without expecting that they will use the yellow brick road of objectification to make it seem like less of a threat, is just naive. Realistically, the judge sits in a room with a messy desk, at best. Your challenge faces someone semi-important, someone with deadlines, and this task is one of them, semi-detached. They are tired. They have poorly written papers to mark, a family, a mortgage, and more importantly, no context for you or what you've done. An endless pile of banal yet heartfelt bequests sits in front of them, spilling forth from envelopes. Yours is one of several hundred, if you're lucky. It sits illuminated by your hope and effort, yet remains a dull task for somebody else. It calmly burns, a supernova, 100 light years away. Meanwhile, there are street lamps, house fires, tungstens, candles, bedside tables, noisy, abrasive fluorescents, headlights in motion, all of which seem more insistent simply because they are closer. I do not feel a sense of urgency to be seen as the most illuminated in a pile of pages begging for validation. I do not beg for validation, because I already have it, and it need not come from you. Woo! If you want funding, mention the town you live in. A lot. Nicely, she tells me. I think back to the days where artists required patrons to survive, to the days where all odes to beauty were odes to pay the bills, and what a loss to the concept of love that was. I think it is not much better now. If one ties their work into a location to gain the interest of the state, then I may as well go work for council and write brochures. I've done that kind of thing before. I am not writing a tourist blurb when I train my fever, when I invoke the learned splits between my ways of knowing, 1 foot in the hallucination and 1 foot in the discipline, all to bring it home to you in an intelligible way. It is the effort that is important, not the expectation of reward. The muscle burns when stretched. The reward is the effort to understand more. This is a skill that has taken my entire life to hone, and not one that I can put on a conventional resume. Nor am I feeding the incidental birds when I am channeling poetry. It is important. You don't need to understand it or pay for it. And in fact, if you do pay for it, I will question the worth of what it is saying. I tell her, I don't believe the birds give one single flying fuck that we have written a poem about them. I believe even less that this poem may alter their capacity to enjoy their birdly lives. And while it seems unfair that nobody will pay my rent so I can write simply because I am good at it, And I want to. Unless we change society, we will not see difference positively. Incidentally, of which most of my poems are trying to do with all their indifferent, insistent, and consistent keystrokes. When I think about the possibility of having to write bird praise poems for bread and use whatever time I have left for writing to churn that out, I'd rather have my anti-career, intentionally baffle people, and work in a bookstore. I want to be written like the birds who do not know or care that their song is exquisite, and to use it for what it was designed for, to find the others. I want to be written like the birds who do not know or care that their feathers are divine and highly sought after by department store millinery sections, or how soft their weightlessness is when dragged across skin. I want to use whatever ability I can muster in this individual life to intentionally not stuff feather dunas, but to make nests perched up high in the trees, filled with brightly colored eggs, nests for all my ideas and yours, sticks and stones and ribbons and bows, shards of glass, mirrors, and getting to know your neighbors, lots of nests to lay heads in, to curl up in piles of shivering, friendly bodies of work, so that we may keep each other warm and rage onward, ever onward, against the coming of the dawn. For me, I will trade you this. No? You will not? Well, that's dog. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll eat this instead. Okay. I'm going to eat my words. We'll give it to you. Woo! Thank you, Stephanie.
ReVerse Butcher, thank you. And yes, you can have it.
Love you, girl.
Love you, girl. Okay. Thank you. I know you said Steph. ReVerse Butcher. Beautiful. Okay. She had something she wanted to say. And I know you said Steph. Okay. ReVerse is at uni at the moment. And she is working in a bookshop. Melbourne. She's up for a visit. It was lovely to see her. Okay, so let's welcome to our stage our next performer, Violet Crumble.